Alrighty guys, welcome back to Balake's Fish Room. I know that it's been a hell of a long time since the last time that I posted. It's been probably over 2 years since the last time I posted a video, but there's a lot of reasons that have gone into that, and that's pretty much what I'm going to get into today. And also just a bit of an update where we are at in the fish room. Now, at the moment, Cyclone Alfred has passed over, and we're now just looming with the aftermath of that. It wasn't too bad, but there is a hell of a lot of power outages around the area, and I do have the power. The power is out here. I'm in a blackout, so at the moment I'm just using a battery pack, which is hooked up to the air pump. The air pump runs the whole fish room, runs all the way around the back. So I come out here and every few hours and just run a bit of air and just make sure that's ticking away. So just for this video, I've just got the lights plugged in, just so we can see everything that's going on. But yeah, let's jump into the video. Okay, so this is probably the best place to start, and I'll probably just film these guys just while we talk a bit about what's gone on the last couple of years. These are the same Black Nasty trio that I had in the last videos. So these guys I've had with me for probably about 4 years now. Obviously we've got the big male there, he's putting on a little bit of a show for us, and then the two females. So they've only been in this tank for about 2 weeks. I have been, basically the main reason why I stopped posting YouTube videos and everything was basically I had to move house, and I minimized the fish room down as much as Jesus, scared the anyway. So I had to move house a lot, and basically I had to minimize the amount of fish that I was keeping. I was also selling a property and buying a new one, and just everything was kind of all over the shop. So basically everything just went on hold. I dwindled down my fish just to have the Black Nasties and the Argentus over there. We'll get to that in a second, but pretty much the rest of these tanks remained empty for the last couple of years, except for the odd few fish, or if I had some breeding programs going on and that kind of thing. But to be honest, there wasn't a whole lot going on. I was just focusing on everything I was doing in my personal life. So, and then basically 4 months ago, I bought a property, which I'm going to try and be in for the foreseeable future, and I've finally got all my fish tanks back in the same place, and I thought, you know what, it's a cyclone at the moment, and it's as good a time as any to, you know, film a video and kind of get back into the swing of things. So yeah, as you can see, the only thing that's on at the moment is the lights, but obviously we'll turn all the filters back on once we stop filming. But this is probably just a good kind of spot to start off with, a bit of an update on where we're up to with the fish room and kind of the plans for the future. These guys, all we're trying to do with the nasties is we just want them to live forever in this home now, and get big and healthy. So he's probably going to get a couple of inches longer, and the females are going to get a bit big themselves. So other than that, we're just going to keep them nice and healthy, maybe breed them up every now and then. But we do have some babies, babies, they're probably about 2 or 3 inches now, they're ready to sell. I sold some yesterday actually, but I've got the nasties going really well. So let's probably move over to the Argentus. Okay, so we're in front of the Master Heroes Argentus tank. I'm not sure if it's Master Heroes or if it's Vieja or what. I'm fairly certain it's Master Heroes, but I've seen a couple of things going around. These guys have gone pretty well. They've been over here for probably about a month. They have been over at a different property. So there has been a little bit of a settling in process for these guys, especially the male. I'll see if I can get him to turn around, but He's actually got, it's a spot on the side of his head that it looks like, I thought it was hole in the head, but now it's gotten really infected, and it's got this white fluffy stuff growing off it. So I'm fairly sure it's just part of the healing process, and that it is almost healed, and that it is probably just going to fall off in the next couple of days. But all in all, other than that, all in all, this tank is going really well. So all these top tanks are the same, 6x2x2, 180 gallons, for those of you in America. Great size tank. Pretty much all these fish can just stay in these tanks for their lives. I'm focusing less on quantity of fish and more on the quality of my fish keeping. So, you know, this tank will last them. I've got plenty of filtration, 2 sponge filters, a canister filter, and everything. And then down in those logs, you probably can't see them. Well, I can't see them. Is a breeding pair of Peppermint bristlenose, which I've had for a really long time as well. So these guys, just the same as the nasties, I've had them for quite a while. Probably had these guys for 4 years. In the past 2 years, every year in about October, the female will lay eggs. She usually goes inside the pot and will lay eggs all in the bottom of the pot in there. But unfortunately, the male, I'm 90% sure it's a male. I've never seen any signs of it being a female, but he has never fertilized the eggs. Just doesn't seem interested. And yeah, the female gets pretty aggressive when she lays her eggs, and she usually lays, you know, a couple of thousand. But yeah, the male just doesn't seem to do anything. So not a whole lot going on in this tank. It's a really nice tank to just come out and watch. This female, she's one of my favorite fish, if not my favorite. But yeah, it's a nice tank to watch, but not a whole lot going on at the moment. Hopefully we get some breeding activity this year. Yeah, we'll see how we go. The cool thing is with these 2 tanks right beside each other, these fish have never been right next to each other before, and they're the tanks with my biggest fish in them. So them actually coming up and seeing each other, it's actually dispersing a lot of the aggression between the fish, because they're fighting each other through the glass rather than fighting each other in the tanks. So that's quite a cool thing that I've noticed. And yeah, this female just keeps on fighting the heater. She just hates the heater, so I might have to get a cage to go around the heater just in case she burns herself. But okay, let's move on. Okay, so down here below the nasties, we've got the breeding pair of Trimax. Now you'll notice all the there's some white flaky stuff on the scales of the male here. Not 100% sure what it is. I think it might be reminiscence of lymphocysts, and you just need to treat them by putting the temperature up and salting the water and stuff like that. But yeah, it seems to be healing. It just takes a lot of time. So I've got this male here. He's probably about 8 inches long, and then behind him is the female. She's also got the same stuff. So these guys, basically, they're just in healing mode. They're in a 4x2 by 1.5 tall tank. So hopefully they start to come good. I'm considering putting them up into a 6-foot tank, but I'm kind of just playing musical chairs at the moment with the fish. So at the moment they seem to be doing good down here, so we'll just leave them be. I don't have any lighting for these bottom tanks at the moment, so we'll try and get that upgraded for the future videos. But yeah, all right, that's the Trimac. Not much to see. I tried to get a shot in this tank, but it's pretty dark and murky. But basically, in there is some baby nasties that we're selling. You might be able to see kind of better from the top. There's a whole bunch of nasties in there ranging from about 2 to 4 inches. You can see the tail there of one. That's probably the biggest. He's probably around 4 inches, but they're all just hiding and everything at the moment. But so we've got some nasties in there for sale. So if you are in the Brisbane kind of area, then let me know and you can buy some of these. But all right, let's just move on. All right, so on this side of the fish room, there is a fish which you can see creeping up there. I'll probably try and get a little up close shot of him right here, because he doesn't normally come out like this. So in this tank we've got a small breeding pair of red tiger motaguense. As far as I know, it's the first time we've had them in Australia properly. I know there's one big female in a tank in a shop in Sydney, but it's the first time they've properly been here. So as you can see, I'll try and get a focus on it. There is a little swarm of fry swimming around in here. Probably gonna leave those guys in here because I am currently growing out a whole bunch of fry, probably around 100 fry in this tank. Let's focus. In this tank down here, there's probably about 100 fry swimming around. The biggest is probably about 1 centimeter, ranging to half a centimeter, that kind of size. So about a month or so, and then I can sell those off. And then up in this top tank here, there's some just common bristlenose, just keeping the tank nice and cycled, but we're going to use this for something. Nothing going on in there at the moment. But very, very excited about what's going on in here. Potentially the first time the red tigers have been bred and sold in Australia, so I really want to try and get them into the shops as soon as possible. The female's in here somewhere, but she's pretty skittish, so she's hard to get on camera. I haven't seen her much today. I think the male's been pestering a little bit. They've only just gone into this tank about a week ago, not even, maybe 5 days. So they're still just getting used to the tank. But the male seems to be getting pretty used to me. Yeah, so, and the females are generally the more brighter colored ones, but I just love the males in the rusty colors that they get and everything, just beautiful. So, all right, let's move on to the last tank. Okay guys, and finally, this tank down here, basically it's just got a breeding pair of Pellini in here, but they've only just gone into this tank a couple of days ago, so they are hiding away, so there's really nothing to see. So that's probably gonna do it, guys. Thank you for watching. I know it obviously has been a while since the last video that I have posted, but now we are all settled back into this fish room, and I'm going to start posting more regularly and get things pumping back in the fish room. So if you are a fan of these big Central and South American cichlids, then like the video, subscribe, and if you have any questions, comments, or anything, put it in the comment section below. And other than that, I will see you guys in the next one.